Welcome to Bushido 3, the talk show. Today we're joined with Coach Benny Izairi from Red Schaefer MMA. Thank you, Benny, for coming in today.
Thank you for inviting me. Appreciate it.
Yeah. So just give people some background about you. I know that you're a kickboxer and you're also a coach for kickboxing and also MMA. So tell us a little bit about you.
37 years old. I've been kickboxing since 2002. I had a couple pro fights, about almost 20 pro fights. Before that, I did taekwondo a little bit, about 8 years taekwondo. Did a little boxing too, mixed with that. I've been coaching for the past maybe going on 2 years now.
Mm-hmm.
Mostly Red Schaefer MMA. Most of my guys, they compete in kickboxing, Muay Thai, and boxing.
Very nice. Cool. So then what would you consider your actual base art or the art that you consider yourself today?
I'll say kickboxing mixed with some Van Damme fighting.
Yes, indeed. So today's conversation is not going to be so much an interview, but a conversation to get to know you as a man and as a martial artist and as a coach and as a fighter, because I know that you haven't hung the gloves up totally yet. Is that correct?
Yes, sir. Every day I'm thinking about coming back to it.
All right.
I'm not ready yet. Waiting for the phone call.
Hey, I know that there's some promotion by the name of Bushido 3 that'd be willing to throw a number your way. So yeah, definitely keep that avenue open.
Phone's wide open.
Cool. So I guess tell me about where you started your fighting career. Was it here in Wisconsin or where was it?
It was in Wisconsin, Milwaukee.
Mm-hmm.
I was, my first kickboxing gym was a box off gym with Horace Kraft. He fought Dennis Alexio back in the day.
Okay.
And then after that, I went to Duke Rufus for about 8 to 9 years on and off.
Mm-hmm.
And then after that, went to a Ramirez boxing gym with my main coach, Vila, a.k.a. Bolo Young, we call him.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay.
And then after that, Pure Vita a little bit, and now Red Schaefer MMA.
All right, cool. Very nice. And I see that you rounded out a really nice kickboxing team as of late. I've seen them obviously on the Bushido 3 card. I've seen them on some other cards in the Midwest. I think in Illinois and also Indiana, you've had guys competing in and doing very well. Definitely, I must say. So what's the future hold, I guess? Not just talking, hey, in August, as I know that you guys have a fight coming up, but what's the future hold for Red Schaefer MMA? Are you guys going to continue doing MMA and kickboxing and just really sprouting your wings? What's next?
Well, the main goal, like you said, kickboxing, MMA, and boxing too.
Mm-hmm.
I definitely want to get my guys down the road in Glory Kickboxing, UFC, Bellator, ONE FC, the Zone, ESPN Boxing. I definitely want to push my guys to make it, big time, make a name for themselves.
Very nice.
And we got a lot of good talent by us, a lot of good talent.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I remember the first time that we met face to face. I think what was it? We were in Illinois at a fight, and one of your guys, and where was it?
Imperial Kickboxing.
Yes, Imperial Kickboxing. That was like the second or third time I think that we met, because I think we met at a Pure Vita show backstage, and we were talking kickboxing then. And years later, we met up at the Imperial show, and your guy knocked out a guy. What was it in? It was almost a record time.
Yeah, that was Malik Smith.
Yeah. How fast? How fast was that?
I think it was like 10 seconds.
Wow.
His old teammate too. His old gym.
Okay.
That Ricardo Lamas.
Okay. So a 10-second knockout. Holy cow! Yeah, he's got cannon in them hands, then, huh? Very nice.
He met way back at the rave, way back when I fought under Duke with that spinning heel kick knockout.
Yep, that's right.
Way back,
yeah, holy cow, man! Our history actually stretches back further than than I can actually remember. Holy cow! Yeah, because I remember 2010 was okay. Because I remember one of my old students, Alton Cunningham, and I. That was our first time we went to the rave and was watching some kickboxing. I was getting him used to seeing fights, and yeah, I do remember that. That was such an exciting fight, and that was awesome when they had those kickboxing events at the rave. That place is awesome for that. Yeah,
I hope they bring it back.
Definitely.
hopefully you get back over there.
Yes, we are. Bushido 3 will be coming to Milwaukee in 2021. We were going to come in 2020, but with the COVID happening and everything, we decided to back off. But we have a couple venues already picked, and we are coming to Milwaukee. Yes,
Oh,
indeed. Us, yes. And so, as a coach, have you been finding it hard during, the restrictions and COVID? What have you been doing on how to coach your people and keep them in shape?
well, mostly I've been doing early mornings by the
Hmm.
lakefront
Hmm.
beach. I've been taking some of my guys over there. They're doing pad work, sprints, everything.
Yeah.
And then outside after work too, I've been going at the lakefront and at the parks.
Hmm.
But I keep my guys busy, motivated, hungry still.
Definitely. And you actually work a full-time job and do coaching as a second job too, right?
Yep.
Okay, wow. So at the end of the day, you're kind of tired, right?
Yeah, but man, I love this shit too much. It's like
Yeah.
I want to be a coach full time with this kickboxing career.
Hmm.
I can
That's how I am too. Yeah. It's where I work all day, and then after I get done working, boom, I go teach because that's what I love to do. Definitely.
100%. Yeah.
Hmm. And you're juggling it just right, being able to work and then train guys, and then I see that you do keep yourself in shape. How many days a week do you work out, would you say?
About maybe almost 5 times a week, I would say.
Wow, there you go. Yep,
I
that's
take
how you keep in shape.
weightlifting, running. I spar with
Mhm.
the guys too.
Okay. Yeah, I think that's very important. Good thing that you're talking about that already, is sparring with the guys. It gives them that type of example. Do you feel like it's easier to teach them or to help them work on a weakness and also develop a strength when you're able to spar with them and then do techniques with them?
Oh, 100%. I mean, that way I can show them exactly in the real life how it works.
Hmm.
And like now, like back in the day, I used to like doing high spinny kicks, all that.
Hmm.
Now I love to do low kicks on the guys.
Yeah.
I touch that low kicks. The guys don't love it too much, but I love it.
Yes, yes. As I gotten older, that's been my go-to was the low kick also. I was like, oh man, these spin kicks take too much energy because I'm 41 years old, and I don't have that same pop and spin I used to. So I stick to the low kick a little bit
Yeah,
more. Yeah.
I love that. Unless the who style, and just go 1, 2, 3, come with the low kick right away.
Definitely.
Works every time.
Yes, yes. Now, who is your favorite fighter, would you say, of all time, or top three favorite fighters?
For kickboxers, or
Kickboxer. We'll go kickboxers for now.
for sure, I got to go Andy Hoog.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Um, I love Jerome LeBander,
Mm-hmm.
and then a toss up between Bonjasky and Ernesto Hoost.
Yeah. Okay. Definitely. Yeah, Bonjasky is one of my favorite guys. Obviously that's how I got into Dutch style kickboxing. I started at his gym first training, and he has awesome flight for a big guy. He liked to fly through the air. And then Hoost, I never got to meet Hoost before,
Okay.
but his low kick was so
Oh,
devastating, and especially like you said, that 1, 2, 3 low kick
yeah,
that was him.
exactly. I saw
Yeah.
Bonjasky meet my dad when he came to America back in the early 2000s.
Okay.
He won the 8-man tournament. He beat
Hmm.
Michael McDonald in the finals.
Yeah. Yeah, Vegas
Yeah.
2002. Yeah.
They had Rick Rufus. They had Vern White, a couple other guys.
Hmm.
That was a good. And Mike Tyson showed up with Bob Sapp.
Oh wow, cool, cool.
Good night, good show.
Yep, that was my first time ever watching Bonjasky myself at that moment in time, and then it just blossomed into this because my grandfather and I just got back from Hungary, and we were watching it, and he's like, "That man's gonna be something one day." Little did we know, he became the three-time K1 champion.
Yeah, I saw him the first time on TV. He fought in France
Hmm.
against Peter Marstovich.
Okay.
He did that high roundhouse kick, knocked him out cold.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it was a
Yeah.
classic. One of the highlight reels.
Hmm.
A nice guy in person. Nicest guy you can meet in person. Real humble. I mean,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yep, nice guy, soft spoken,
Yeah.
definitely a training martial artist for his whole life. Yeah, it's awesome. Now, where are you originally from?
Albania.
Oh, nice, Albania. Okay.
Yeah, right
What
now.
what age did you move here?
Our family when they come here, better life, better living.
Hmm.
It was either Italy, Switzerland, or here. We
Okay.
chose the best. Yeah, 1986 we came here. 86.
Okay.
Yeah,
Nice.
the year of the Chicago Bears when they won the Super Bowl.
Oh, why? This show is not for that. I'm a Packer fan.
I know.
That's the only thing I think that we don't agree on is Bears and Packers. But you like Jean-Claude Van Damme. I like Jean-Claude Van Damme. You like kickboxing? Yes. Indeed. So that's cool. So your first place that you started living was in Milwaukee, or did you grow up in Chicago?
Milwaukee, Milwaukee.
Milwaukee. Okay.
It was between New York, Chicago, and Milwaukee, but my mom chose Milwaukee because my grandma lives here.
Oh, okay. Nice.
Yeah.
So did she? When did your grandmother come to Milwaukee?
Probably in the 70s, I would say.
Oh, okay. Wow. Okay.
And then my mom grew up in Chicago. My mom in the late 70s. She lived in Chicago.
Mm-hmm. And then she went back to Albania where you were born? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Have you been back to Albania since?
98, I would say. 1998.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, most
Still
of
have
my
a...
family moved out of there mostly.
Oh, did they? Okay.
Mostly
Okay.
to Italy, Australia, and then,
Mm-hmm.
in America, like New York and Chicago and over here.
Okay.
Yeah, but
Yeah. I've never been to Albania. I've been to a lot of countries, but I've never been to Albania. I'll have to check that place out next time I'm in Europe. Yeah. So, yeah.
there's a lot of good Albanian kickboxers and boxers here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like Azem Maksutai, Javed Bayrami.
Okay.
He fought Nestor Hoos 3 times. He fought him.
Oh, okay.
And I
Yeah.
think now they train together now up in Holland.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hope to check out one of Ernesto Hustos' schools. I heard that he set one up in Japan last year sometime.
Oh, wow.
And then I'm sure he's training somewhere in Amsterdam too. But yeah, I'll have to check him out because, like I said, we actually have a combination that we named after him because I like him so much. I mean, that
Yeah.
low kick is
Oh,
unbelievable.
exactly.
Yeah, definitely. So what do you see what do you see coming up in fight wise in the area for your guys? What's actually next? Tell us what's next for you guys.
Well, we got I think August 8th in Indiana. That
Hmm.
Stand Warriors. That'll be Malik Johnson fighting.
Hmm.
Yeah, no, Malik Smith. I got too many Maliks.
Yeah,
Malik
you
Smith.
got a couple.
He's
Hmm.
fighting a boxing fight. And then we got
Boxing.
2 weeks later in August. That'll be Malik Smith, Malik Johnson, Joshua Pacheco, another one of my guys.
Hmm.
And then also, I'm trying to put a show together at Red Schaefer's MMA gym, like a
Okay.
charity event show.
Yeah.
And I got 2 of my girls fighting each other, like exhibition fight. That'll be Becky
Okay.
Guzman and Daisy Perez.
Hmm.
That'd be like a nice exhibition, little charity show for the gym.
Okay. Yeah, sort of like a glorified like sparring match,
Yeah.
but something that people can see the techniques getting put out there. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
that should be. And in October, we might try that TBA,
Yes.
Iowa, I think it is.
Yep, that's in Iowa. Yeah. Have you ever been to a TBA before?
Not that one. I've been to back in 2002. I went to IKF in Iowa.
Okay.
One of those, but not TBA. No.
Okay. Yeah. The TBA is a pretty awesome show, man. I mean, it's huge. We've competed in it numerous of times.
Okay.
That's the one belt that has escaped us for my career so far. We haven't been able to get that. And we got really close on a split decision, lost, but it was definitely it's huge. Like over 750 fighters show up for it,
Wow.
and
Okay.
I mean, it is full. It's awesome. You get all different skill levels. I like how they have it class A, B, and C.
Yeah.
A being the top level guys, and you get to see guys competing in the class A's that are also from Glory too, which is awesome.
Nice.
Yeah. Who do you like right now in Glory? Say any weight class. Who do you like right now in Glory?
I used to love watching, but I think he left. That Robin Roosmelon.
Yeah, Robin van Roosmalen. Yeah, he left to do. He just signed a multi-fight deal with Bellator. Actually, I believe it is.
Wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
because he's done a little bit of MMA. I think 1 or 2 fights, and he actually isn't too bad at it.
Nice. I like that one
Yeah.
Brazilian guy too. Alex Pereira.
Alex Pereira. Yeah, Alex Pereira. Man, yeah.
He's got a lot of good hands, good talent.
Hmm.
But I want to see him fight a rematch with that Russian dude who beat him last time in California. Artem Levin.
Oh yeah, Artem Levin. Yeah, I don't think that one's going to happen in Glory because I think Artem got released from Glory last time he fought in Chicago.
Yeah, I remember that. That was a
Yeah,
bad.
that's a bad fight.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, but I would love to have him back. I mean, he had probably the slickest
Oh,
boxing for kickboxing
he,
all time. I have him the all-time best boxing kickboxer ever.
easily, easily. And
Yeah.
he reminds me of you remember Alexei Ignashov,
No, I don't remember him. Where was he from? Was he a K1?
K1 from I think he's from Belarus.
Okay.
He kind of had a Peter Arch style to himself, but more
Hmm.
technical Muay Thai, but good boxing slickness movement.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I remember him. Yeah, he sort of had like a dishwater blonde hair and a little bit of
Yep.
a
Yes.
longer hair in the back. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was really on fire, and then he ended up getting beat at one time in a big fight, and he never really bounced
Uh,
back fully. Yeah.
I guess he had
What?
personal problems too. They said like drinking problems and all that.
Oh, yeah, that could tear you down sometimes. What do you think of Badahari coming back? For the now third time.
And he brings excitement, nonstop action. I mean, he's well known all over the planet. He's known.
Hmm.
I don't agree with his personal lifestyle, the way he's done,
Right.
but other than that, fighting wise, he brings action, excitement, everything.
Yeah, he's a really good kickboxer.
Yeah.
I mean, man, over 80% of his fights, I think they say, were by knockout, and it's unbelievable. And I remember in his last fight against Rico Verhoeven, he was like, "Who's all these people you knocked out? You can't knock anybody out." And he
I
knocked him
remember,
down almost 2, 3 times in that fight. If he
man.
would never have hurt his ankle, I would have seen him. He was going to starch him. I believe. I don't care what anybody says. If he would never have hurt his ankle, he would have starched Rico.
Oh, he had him. I mean, like you said, he had him. He just got
Hmm.
bad luck. Twice he got injured against him, right?
Yeah. Yep. Twice.
The first
And
fight his
so.
arm broke or something, and this one
Yep.
his ankle.
Yeah, I'm like, oh, but and obviously I'm not a doctor or anything, but one of the things that a lot of people are attributing it to is that, hey, to be out of the game and then jump back in the game, it's definitely, it can be hard. It definitely can be hard because how we have to basically harden the body through sparring, through striking drills, and just basically body hardening, like letting people beat on you sometimes a little bit, doing low kick drills definitely is it's real to get that body hardened up like
Yeah,
granite.
exactly.
Yeah.
Hopefully they come back 100% once this COVID-19 goes away a little bit.
Yeah.
Hopefully they bring some kind of show back.
Hmm. Yeah, I think that with Glory, I think that what makes sense is obviously put Badahari right in the mix, right
Oh yeah,
away. Get him out because he was going to fight in March or April anyway. And so, hey, you better stay ready, be on deck
yeah,
because I'd love to see whoever he fights. I want it to be obviously Rico, but I think, yeah, earn your way back. This time you had
yeah.
two chances and you got to earn it back. They can't keep building it up like every single time.
Yeah, he was supposed to
Yeah.
fight. He's supposed to fight Rico's teammate, that Benny
Yeah.
Agubagi or something.
Adagbui.
Yeah, yep. He's supposed to fight him, I
Yep.
guess.
Yeah,
In
he's
June.
from Romania. Yeah, he's a beast. Man, he's a beast. He's won the Chicago tournament a
Yeah,
couple times. Yeah, for
I
sure.
was
I know
there. Yeah.
once. Yeah, he's a heavy hitting dude. I mean, man, he's big.
I hope
You
they
know.
bring Badahari to Chicago or U.S. one day. Hopefully,
I know. Man, I will be there if they bring him to Chicago. I'm gonna have a good seat. I don't know where it's gonna be, but whatever I can afford, I hope it's a good seat. I'm gonna be there.
exactly. I hope that happens. That'd
Hmm.
be a big money ticket right there, money seller.
Definitely would be. Who do you like in the lighter weights? So Van Roosmalen usually about 145, 155 pounder. So and Alex Pereira as a 185er. Anybody in 205s that you know of that you like there?
Uh, it's that other Russian dude. I think he fought that Brazilian guy, Saul Calavera,
Yeah.
Artem something, Artem Vikov.
Oh yeah, he's the current champion, I
Yeah,
think. Yeah, because Pereira is the interim champion of the 205,
yeah.
so he was injured, so they gotta put that together. Yeah, that'll be a good fight. Yeah, he's a solid dude. Yeah.
I did Georgia Patrician, but he went to ONE FC, I believe.
Yeah, yeah. Giorgio Petrosian, yeah, he is a beast. I mean,
Yeah.
I think he is right now, and it's good to be able to have a little bit of talk about it. Is I think he's the GOAT right now of kickboxing.
Oh, easily, easily.
Yeah, because he's done it on both kickboxing, Muay Thai boxing.
Yeah,
He's beat the Dutch. He's beat the
everybody.
Thai. He beat everybody.
Yeah, K1 Max, Glory, and
Hmm.
now that tournament he won.
Yeah, that means that he would have won every legitimate belt out there.
Man,
Holy cow, that's crazy. In
and
3 different decades.
he beat Masato. He beat Mike Zambides one time.
Hmm.
Robin, but he should have a rematch with Andy Reisty.
Yeah.
They need to do a rematch if Andy ever comes back. Reisty.
Yeah, I think Andy is totally retired now. I was talking to some friends
Mm,
that know him, and he might be totally done. I was on his Facebook
okay.
the other day, and it said retired fighter or
Oh
former
wow.
fighter. Yeah, it
Yeah.
said former fighter actually. It's
Okay.
former
Okay.
fighter. So I hope he's not retired. I'm gonna reach out to some friends and say, hey, is he coming back? Because I'd love to see him come back. Because he's about 37, 38 now.
Okay.
I think
Okay.
he's got a little bit of run left in him.
Mm.
Yeah.
I mean, he knocked out Robin and he knocked out Giorgio the same night in New
Same
York.
night, yeah. That was a Colorado fight for glory. I remember that. It was like, where did that come from? It was
Exactly.
awesome. Yeah.
Yeah.
And he was always a very solid fighter, but
Yeah.
he wasn't getting all the big, like the main card fights all the time. He was always carrying like the bottom half, like the Super Series type.
Oh yeah, 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 he
Yeah, he
was.
was always carrying the Super Series, and I wanted to see him on that main card against some of that top talent. And then as soon as they did put him in there, boom, he became champion. So
Exactly.
that was definitely awesome. Yeah, I remember Masato. I liked Masato a lot. That was
Mhm.
actually my Muay Thai boxing instructor's name was Masato. Not
Oh
the
no.
same Masato, yeah,
Yeah.
but that Masato from Japan that was a K1 champ. Man, he was also a beast. He could have been gone down as one of the goats also, but he's I think he retired pretty soon, pretty early in his career. What do you think about his career?
I think it was good. I mean, he had good boxing, Japanese style boxing. He was
Hmm.
good style. He had good fights against Bukal. He had a couple good fights against Bukal.
Yeah,
And then the other guy, it's another
Andy
Japanese guy.
Sauer.
Yeah,
Andy
Andy South.
Sauer. Yeah.
That guy was a beast too, man.
Yep.
Oh, I used to love his long pants. He had those long pants, the
Yeah,
spandex pants.
yep, the shoot fighting pants
Too, but
era or
yeah,
whatever they call them. Yeah,
yeah.
that was the man. That was such a great era. I'd have to say for the K1 Maxes because the top five, top eight guys were just so solid. I mean, you had Zambides, Masato, Buakaw, Petrosian.
Yeah.
You even had an unknown Murthel Groenhart was thrown
Yeah.
in there. Back that's where he started off at, or when he hit the big times. So it was definitely a ton of guys at that lighter weight, at that 155 pound, that easily
Mhm.
could be the champion. That's one thing I liked about the K1 Max is it wasn't a runaway for anybody. It was a good match made
Oh,
organization.
and I think Murtha won the last K1 Max, right?
I think he did. I think he did end up winning a tournament. Yeah.
He beat Mike Zambides. He knocked out Arthur Kukshenko
Hmm.
and somebody else he beat that night.
Yeah, that's impressive. Yeah, definitely. I've been able to meet him before. He was so cool, man. Him
Oh,
and his brother.
uh-huh.
They were at my last fight when I was fighting in the Netherlands,
Oh, nice.
and I was like, "Hey, I've always seen you fight in Chicago." I was telling Murtho, and he's like, "Oh, really? Yeah." And so definitely him and his brother. They had awesome jokes, really easygoing guys,
Okay,
and
okay.
they fought one of my buddies. Both of them fought him twice before, and so it's definitely a small world when you kickbox. That's why I'm like, hey, this is that type of sport I think is like basketball almost. I don't go around
Oh,
hating anybody because you got to fight them again.
exactly. You can't duck nobody.
No, not at all. Because there's not as many kickboxers competitively as there is MMA guys. So MMA guys, they'll be like, they can act a certain way or be a certain way and never come across that guy. We as kickboxers definitely we need that other guy sometimes to have that second fight, to
Yeah.
help build us up. Yeah.
I mean, like the old K1 tournament. How many times Labana fought Nestor Hoost? Like
Yeah.
4 or 5 times they fought each other.
Hmm.
Yeah, those guys still friends to this day, talking to each other like it's nothing.
Yeah, definitely. Because it was like basketball for him. It's just like Michael Jordan and say Charles Barkley or something
Oh
like that. It's like I don't know if they're friends or not because I don't watch much basketball,
yeah,
but they're gonna see each other multiple times throughout the year. So it's like, hey, we're just competing. That's all it is. let's go. And it's all right to get emotional sometimes, but not overly,
No,
emotional.
exactly.
Yeah. Be passionate about it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep, definitely. So, do you guys have anything on deck for MMA, I guess? Anything like that?
We're trying to work on I don't know if you know Devon Bankston. He's one of the MMA coaches at Reds.
Okay.
Trying to get him a fight back in MMA again.
Okay, good.
He fought at the last show in Madison. Those guys.
Chosen few.
Yes. Yep.
Okay. All
And he
right.
was waiting to fight, slam the guy, but the guy caught him in an arm lock or something.
Okay.
It was like
I
a
think I
fluke.
remember that.
Yeah.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
So trying to get him back down in weight class and get him back in there for MMA
Okay.
wise.
Cool.
Yeah.
Now, have you ever fought MMA before?
I was supposed to twice, but they both got canceled, so then it never came through.
Okay. So you've purely done kickboxing, and have you also competed in Thai boxing too, or just kickboxing?
Twice in Thai boxing. One in
Mm-hmm.
Milwaukee, and
Mm-hmm.
then one in Minnesota.
Okay.
Um,
Obviously you prefer kickboxing, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And then I also done boxing too. A couple of boxing fights got canceled back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
The guy never showed up, or just some strange accident happened.
Yeah, right.
But I always prefer stand up fighting. I always like the best stand up.
Yeah, yep. I love stand up, definitely. I see that you're a huge boxing fan. So
Oh,
who's your top three boxing fighters? Who do you like there?
well, for sure, I got to say my boy Arturo Gatti.
Mm-hmm.
Before he died, I used to love watching him win or lose. One of the
Yeah.
best.
Mm-hmm.
And then I got to go Roy Jones.
Yeah, I liked him.
And then a tie between Triple G and Canelo.
Okay. So you don't know who you're gonna cheer against when they fight again, right?
Yeah, I chose Triple G the last two times, and then
Yeah.
But I love boxing. Me and my dad
Mm-hmm.
used to watch HBO boxing every Saturday night.
Yeah.
That was good times.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I really started liking Canelo a lot because of his head movement and his combinations and pace and mix of power. I'm like, wow, it was unbelievable. I was watching just a highlight of him, and he made this guy literally miss like 8 or 9 punches, and I was like, holy cow, it's so
Oh,
sick. And then
Daniel Jacobs.
yeah, I think that was it. And so he was able to tag him up right after he made the man miss all that. I was like, that is just sick.
I did in the class, but after the second punch I got hit, I'm like, screw this. I keep my hands up and just.
Sometimes I can dodge some punches, but then I know it's luck, so I'm not going to do it again. I was like, oh shoot, 3 of them got missed. Oh, perfect. But then right away, the old man kicks in on me. Lawrence, bring your hands up because you know he's going to get you again. So yeah.
Yeah. How many times have you thrown a kick by accident in a sparring boxing? How many times?
Oh my goodness. Maybe 3 or 4 times. I remember when we were sparring in boxing, because in our gym we always start off. Usually we'll put the clock on for 20 rounds, and we'll do 3 rounds as a warm up, doing boxing only, and each round is progressively getting harder. And one time in the third round of boxing, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna get him, and I know he's gonna throw that right straight. And as soon as the guy threw the right straight, I came down hard with a low kick, and he's like, Lawrence, Master P, what the heck? And I'm like, oh my bad.
That happens, baby.
Yep. But if I would have been wearing boxing, having some boxing shoes on, I think I would have remembered not to throw it. But it's so hard.
Same here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I enjoyed the time that we got to spar and train together last year. I'm looking forward to the next time to have you and your team come up and be able to throw some punches and kicks with us and have a meal. I think it'll be awesome. Yeah.
I know this week, Monday, I guess we go back to normal somehow.
Okay, you guys do. Okay.
Schedule, I believe. Milwaukee does.
Okay, yep. Yeah, we're still a little off. We're in phase 2 right now in Madison in Dane County for the Madison area where we're from. And so we're still right around that 6 feet social distancing. When I fit for guys, I wear my mask and stuff, or else I just throw them on the bag. A lot of times I throw them on the bag because I almost passed out once trying to do it. I was like, oh man, it's too hot for this mess.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Is your gym air conditioned?
No, he's got the old fashioned big fans and stuff.
Okay.
And the windows open.
Okay. Yeah. Yep. Our new gym that we have is also it's not air conditioned. I got some fans. I probably need bigger fans, but it's not too bad because we have a big bay door that we can open up, and we have a big mosquito net in front of it too. So yeah.
How many students you guys have now? How many total people or fighters and all that?
Oh, total fighters. Holy cow. I think we got about 13 total fighters.
Nice.
So, people train differently and guys come back and leave, whatnot. But total students, COVID hit us a little bit. So we're about 40-50% down. But I think we're bouncing back because we had 9 people sign up this week, which was
Nice.
awesome.
Congratulations.
So, oh, thanks. So yeah, that was definitely needed. So I'm like, hey, we'll get some more. And as people start working again, I think that the numbers will bounce back. So
Okay. Okay.
it's it was good on Friday. I got to my gym and I had nowhere to park. Our parking lot was totally full. So I was
Awesome.
like, yes. And my sister is teaching the first one, and then I taught the second one, which I think everybody was burnt out by then because usually we'll have some people stay from the first one to the second one, and so we actually had some people take off a little bit because it was 91 degrees
Oh
yesterday.
wow.
Yeah. Yep. How's you guys' numbers at your gym? Did you see a dip or did it stay pretty much the same?
I think staying the same.
Mm-hmm.
A couple. I think like five sign-ups this past week.
Mm-hmm.
But what helped was because of this whole time I've been, like I said, I've been training guys in the mornings outside,
Mm-hmm.
trying to keep the guys motivated to come back. So
Yeah.
we've been doing pretty good.
That's very good.
All
Yeah.
the guys that want to fight and everything, they want to fight, compete. So
Mm-hmm.
everybody's hungry to get back in the ring, in the cage.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I've been watching you guys, and the camaraderie that your team has is awesome. I mean, there's other teams that have camaraderie. It's just that I definitely follow you a little bit more because obviously we are texting every
Yeah.
once in a while here and there. But yeah, I do like how you take care of your guys, and you guys have the chicken wing dinner bets. I see
Every
that.
year. Yeah. I got another bet coming soon. Another guy was
Yeah.
in lunch soon, so can't wait.
Nice. See them young cats, they don't think we can still go, you know what I'm saying? I'm
Yeah.
like, really? Okay.
So that's why I love that's why I love doing leg kicks now.
Yep.
Guys, it's like they can do all that high kick, all that stuff. I just go after the legs right away.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had one guy tell me, Master P, I'm ready for you. He even invited his mom and dad, right? And I
Oh
love
wow.
him, man. He's awesome, dude. He goes, I studied all your moves, so today's sparring, that's gonna be all me. He's sitting there pounding his chest, told me he studied all my moves. I was just like, okay. So I had to switch it up on him. I knew that he was studying hard, so I just switched it up. I didn't box
Yeah.
with him. I didn't kick at him. I did a lot of push kicks and front snap kicks on him just to keep a distance on him.
Nice.
Yeah. But me and him, we go back and forth because he's only 21 years old. So man,
Okay.
his pace is awesome, and he's gotten so good. On his last fight, he had a knockout win, so
Nice.
he's definitely gotten good at his combos and his power, and he's got something big coming up when they finally say let's go. So
Okay. Okay.
he's
Nice.
been training, so we're ready to go. Yeah,
Big guy or what weight class?
155.
Okay. Okay. Nice.
Yep. Hmm.
I see
Yeah.
like a big class 155. Everybody these days. That's like a big
Yeah.
a lot of guys 155, 160, 155.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, that's Bushido 3 is really heavy on the 155ers, and we got a bunch of 170s, so
Okay.
that's really good. I think I see a lot at that 170 and under. I
Okay.
think we're gonna definitely see a influx there. I'm hoping to develop the 185ers, the
Okay.
205ers, definitely, and of course heavyweights one day. But I think a lot of guys, I've seen it before that have been 185, have a hard fight, then they're like, "Oh, I'll drop down a weight class." I'm like,
Okay.
"No, stay there, build
Okay.
yourself up. Dropping down is not doesn't mean that you're going to win because you were bigger at that moment. That
Exactly.
just makes you a little bit weaker."
Exactly.
Yeah. And you said that you fought mainly 155?
Yeah. When I first started, I was 130, 135,
Oh, wow.
142,
Hmm.
145, and then
Hmm.
155.
Okay.
I did 160 one time.
Yeah.
So I kept going.
What's your favorite weight?
I had 155. I would say.
155? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think my favorite weights were right around 170, 173.
Oh,
Yeah. Yep. My last fight was 173. I was walking at 210 pounds
okay.
and cut down to 173 for my fight. What do you usually walk at when you're going to fight 155?
Lately, I've been about 160, 165. I've been.
Oh crap, that's not even a cut really. That's just like eat
But
half a meal and sweat.
fun like the week of the fight is like the hardest 2 pounds to cut sometimes.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
those last 2 pounds like doesn't want to come off.
Yep. I started my cut last year. I think it was 178, 180 pounds, and I just sat in the sauna for 30
Oh,
minutes, and I was good. Yeah. But, but obviously, I did all the other preparatory work in between of that because I think I got the call late October,
mhm.
and they're like, "Hey, be ready February, 173 pounds." So I going from
Nice.
210 to that, it was like, hey, I had to get that old body revved up and go.
Was that in the U.S. or?
No, Amsterdam.
Okay,
Yep.
okay.
Yeah,
Beautiful,
my
beautiful city.
oh yeah, very beautiful. Actually, my last fight, I always say Amsterdam, but it was The Hague, right outside of
Okay,
it's outside of Amsterdam by I think 30, 40 minutes. But
okay.
that's the organization I fought for. They're pretty awesome organization. They had a lot of guys that have gone to ONE FC, UFC,
Oh, well.
Bellator, and Glory straight from there. Like I said, Murtha was there, the head coach from Hammer's Gym, also known as Golden Glory.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, and then you had, man, it was unbelievable, just all the different guys that are walking around. Like I should have taken. I was obviously getting ready for my fight, so I couldn't
Yeah.
sit there and snap pictures for everybody. But
Okay.
it was really cool seeing like top 10 guys from Glory. Oh, here's one, there's one, there's one. So it was pretty cool.
Hey, how's
Yeah.
that Badr Hari's coach, that big guy, that Murtha's coach?
I never spoke to him before, but I speak to a couple of his guys that are on his team. I've always heard great things about
Oh,
Big Mike, you know.
yeah.
Yeah, so he's always, he's definitely a wizard of what he's about, in the kickboxing world. Everybody knows him. My coach, I call him Big Mike too, Mike Van Interzon, and
Okay.
so yeah, he's always telling me how great their gym is and their fighters. They're definitely that's an awesome camp. Yeah.
Nice.
I've never been to the camp, so I think next time I go, I'm gonna go by there because I interviewed one of their kickboxing champions. I think he's European champion currently and was a world champion named Errol Koenig. Me and him trained together this past February, and I had him on the show also. So if you
Oh,
haven't seen that one, that's a really good one. Yeah,
okay. Definitely check it out. Definitely.
yeah, yeah. So, what's your dream fight that you'd love to see in kickboxing?
Man, you mean from any generation, like
Yeah,
like
yeah. Any dream fight that you could put together. Two people in their prime.
pop? I want to see a Mike Zambides against Robin Roosmelin,
Okay, against Robin Van Roosmalen, yeah.
and then an old school fight would have been Rick the Jet Rufus
Hmm.
against Dennis Alexio.
Okay,
That would have been
yeah,
my fight.
that would have been awesome. Yeah.
Or Rick Rufus against Andy Hook. That would have been a good fight too.
Hmm. Man,
Rick,
Andy's kicks were so like numbing, like bone breaking, literally.
axe kicks, side kicks,
Yeah.
leg. My friend in Switzerland, this one Albanian fighter, Zemek
Mhm.
Sutai,
Okay.
he trained with Andy Hook. That was his original coach.
Oh wow,
Yeah,
good.
he
Yeah.
trained a couple of times.
That's one of the things I like about the K1 is that the K1 really took guys that were karate,
Yep.
taekwondo, and you could fight. If you could fight straight stand up, you'd have a guy that had TKD background that went against possibly a kickboxer and they could do well. Because there was a guy that was from Korea that was 100% taekwondo and he actually won a tournament or he won
Yeah.
some tournament fights, I should say.
Yeah.
And, in the end, yeah, somebody figured out crowd his kicks, use punches, finish with a low kick. But I
Yeah.
really like how Andy Hoog was I think he was Shotokan or Kyokushin. I can't remember which karate base he
Uh,
was.
Kyokushin.
Kyokushin. Okay. So he had the Kyokushin background. Then he picked up some boxing a little
Yep.
bit and he already had the low kick that was from Kyokushin. And it proved obviously to work for him. And it
Yeah.
was great.
Yeah, he was one of the best. I mean, and
Hmm.
his whole team, him and Michael McDonald on the same team, they
Yeah.
were.
Oh, where was Michael McDonald on that team? I didn't know that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so Michael McDonald and that one guy, Javed Bayarmi.
Okay.
All three
Yeah.
was good.
Because I really would have loved to see Michael McDonald more, but by the time he got really good in K1, he was already a little older already. I'd have to say. Like when he went against Bonjasky in 2002, I think he was almost creeping up on 40 years old,
He
close
was,
to it by then.
and
Yeah.
then he got that bad luck with the weight classes because it was only two weight classes back then.
Hmm.
he would have been a good 185 or a 175. He would have been.
Yeah, yeah, definitely.
You know?
Yeah, yeah, definitely. I know that a lot of guys could have been able to do it, but it just seemed like if you weren't 200 plus pounds, it was hard to be really good in the K1s because they're all heavyweights. But
Exactly.
they're the most athletic heavyweights that I think any combat sport has ever seen.
Oh,
That era
easily.
of K1. I mean, yeah, yeah.
Another. Oh,
Well,
go
Ben,
ahead.
well, I wanted to also tell you I thank you for doing this interview with us or this dialogue and good talk. I think next time we talk, we should probably pick a fight, look at it, and then dialogue about it a little
Yeah.
bit from there too. Yeah,
Well, thank you so much. I
yeah.
appreciate it.
So I want to give you the thanks. I want to definitely give you the floor to go ahead and thank anybody that has helped you in your martial arts career professionally and as an amateur and inside the ring and outside the ring, whatever. So the floor is yours.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Lawrence. I appreciate this. Happy Father's Day to everybody, to my dad, you, all the other fathers
Thank
out
you.
there. Thank you to Red Schaefer MMA Gym for giving me, a job coaching. And thank you to Kickboxing and Boxing for making life better to watch.
Yes, indeed. Os, thank you.
Thank you. Have a good night. Good weekend.